My family has a long history in the rice farming industry. Both of my mother's parents come from prominent farming families in Maxwell, California. My grandmother, Doris May Dennis, is descended from Calvin Simpson Dennis, who was a founding citizen of Maxwell. Calvin Dennis married Emily Adeline Chafin. They began farming in 1877 after they purchased 300 acres. Calvin's son William married Martha Daniels. Alonzo Glenn Dennis was the oldest son of William and Martha. He began farming after he graduated from boarding school in 1914. Alonzo and his brother Link soon had a very successful operation. Alonzo married Mary Elizabeth Gibson. Their oldest daughter was my grandmother. My grandfather, Patrick Marion Penning, is descended from Patrick Hagan, another one of Maxwell's founders. Patrick immigrated to the United States from Ireland in 1862. After arriving, he married Maria Keene. After living in Brooklyn for 7 years, Patrick purchased 500 acres in Maxwell. The Hagans were very successful at farming and soon became one of the wealthiest families in Colusa County. Patrick Hagan was only the second person in the county to purchase a motor car, and he frequently took his family for day trips on the river steamboat. Patrick Hagan died in 1908. His headstone is a monument still standing in the Maxwell Cemetery. Patrick's daughter Martha married Robert Penning. Martha and Robert's eldest son was Marion Ignatius Penning, who married Muriel Theodora Spence. Marion and Muriel's eldest son is my grandfather Patrick. My grandfather was the general manager for Comet Rice, which at the time was the largest rice mill in the world. My mother and father met when she was working in the office of the mill and he was employed there as a truck driver. My grandfather left the mill in the late 1980s and moved to Gridley. He began farming wild rice. His company, Kiefer Seed, sells their harvest to farmers as seed for the next year's crop. Blackbirds are by far one of the worst pests a wild rice farmer has to deal with. A flock of 500 blackbirds is capable of completely decimating 1 acre of wild rice in a single day. Attempting to scare the blackbirds away is a top priority as you near harvest. Farmers can use a propane gun that is capable of making a loud blast to scare the blackbirds away. Most growers also go on regular patrols with shotguns. These strategies don't work extremely well, but they do seem to scare the blackbirds into the air. My grandfather always said, if they're flying, they ain't eating. Farmers, government agencies, and a few chemical companies are all working to find more effective control methods. Thank you.